First of two here. Now, most of her points have been on free throws tonight. We have only, and welcome in here to Huntington versus Adena, as we had a few technical issues here, but the amazing crew here at Huntington and our MVD getting us squared away, so we are now coming to you live in an absolute thriller in the township.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, brother.
As all of Huntington's staff here just helping out to make sure we go live.
Yes.
Love the hospitality.
Again, this is why we choose to
our
come
MVD
here
is
so
so
much.
awesome. It's just because everybody here at Huntington has just been really awesome.
Yes. So, again, welcome back in. We are in the middle of one great game as Huntington trails Adena by 5 with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Now, Baker's been a big bright spot here for the Huntsmen tonight, and Kiera Williams knocking out 3 threes for Adena. She has been a huge factor here in this game.
Big rebound by Emma Garrison there.
Yep. It's an amazing thing to watch her play, man, because she's a guard, a forward, and a center. As she gets over to Sowers, and Sowers misses the 3, rebounded there by Baker. Baker gets it out to Henshaw. Henshaw bringing it up the court. Tries to take it to the middle. Gets out to McCloskey for 3. Just misses. Out of bounds, Adena ball. Alrighty, now, definitely needs to be known, Nora Moore checking into the game here for Huntington. She has been a beast down low on both ends here for the Huntsmen tonight. All right, here's Williams. She's going to get over to Day. Day back to Williams. She's going to get down to Garrison. There's 3 defenders on Garrison. But then a steal here by Smith. Smith taking it to the rack. And, oh, just misses. But I think we're going to have a foul on number 30, Baker, of the Huntsmen. That was a great take there by Torrey Smith. I think one thing the coach of me would like to say is take that jump stop, maybe do a shot fake, and then go up with it to secure that finish. All right, here's Williams. She's going to get over to Garrison. Garrison over to Halcomb. Back to Garrison. Hands off to Sowers. Sowers to Halcomb. Williams with it. She's been lethal from behind the 3, but Halcomb says, so am I! As she knocks down her first 3 of the night. Man, this Adena team can really kill you from the outside, Adam.
They absolutely can. They're just a bunch of shooters out here.
Oh, miss there from Baker. Rebounded by Halcomb. Gets it to Williams. Sowers to Garrison. Still waiting for her to kind of take over here tonight. And that's going to be a turnover on Garrison. You know, it looks like Adena said, hey, if we get beat by Adena, by everyone else scoring, cool. But we're not letting Emma Garrison be the reason we get beat tonight.
Yeah, and this gives a little bit of hope to those Juniota fans who are saying, you know, maybe it's not going to take everything they have to stop her.
And that is going to end the first half for us as we see the Adena Warriors head in with a 23-15 lead, going on a huge run there to end the half. And the one thing that you have to kind of like to see if you're an Adena fan right now, these girls coming off the floor look pissed, and they're literally winning.
Yeah, I don't think they had the half that they thought they were going to have. I think they thought they were going to be up by a lot more going into the half. So looking forward to seeing what the second half is actually going to be able to bring to us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you a quick break from our voices. We'll be right back in about 4 minutes.
Yeah, and as you can see on the stream here, we actually have the halftime timer going, so you guys will know exactly when we're about to start back up.
welcome back here to the township as their band just absolutely is killing it right now. I mean, every single song they're playing, I'm dancing, I'm getting down to it, I'm getting groovy, and I'm feeling good, Adam.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, sweet, awesome. So we've had a great game here so far in the first half. Want to highlight, again, Kiera Williams hitting 3 threes. Emma Garrison, you know, most of her points coming from the free throw line. She's hit 5 points from there, but a lot of rebounds, a lot of steals from her. Now on Huntington's side, again, we kind of talked about it in that first half. Nora Moore, no points, but man, she's had a lot of steals, and she's had a lot of big rebounds for these Lady Huntsmen, with Allie Baker really being the driving force for their offense there in that first half there, Adam.
Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head. I mean, we're seeing a lot of big. We haven't really touched on it a whole lot, but Emma's just it's looking like she may be struggling a little bit on offense, but she's making up for it on defense and the rebound inside, hitting the offensive and defensive glass. Most of the time she's getting fouled. It's getting a foul off of a offensive rebound putback. So.
Yeah, and you know, one great thing about her, again, like you said, hasn't been having on the offensive end, but I feel like that's more of what Huntington's doing right versus what she's doing wrong, you know.
And it's not so much that she's having a bad night on the offensive end; she's just not scoring a lot. You know,
yeah.
she's still passing great. She's still finding open teammates. She's still facilitating and running the offense the way it's supposed to be ran. You know,
and the good news is you're seeing, if you're an Adena fan, these other girls are stepping up and putting the ball in the hole, which is what you're going to need to do if you're trying to beat a team like a Huntington, like a Uniota.
Yep.
Those big schools that you're going to be playing throughout the year, you need your other girls to really step up, and we're really seeing that here tonight.
I am glad that we're seeing a great game here. I'm not going to lie, I was getting kind of scared and nervous that it was going to be a Uniota and Adena show and throughout the entire SVC conference play, but I'm glad to see Huntington stepping up here and making this a game.
One thing that's really shocked me here, I don't want to say shocked, I want to say more of surprise, because you just never know what you're going to get when you see the press. But the way the Huntington girls has handled the press in that first half.
Staying cool, calm, and collected, not letting it looked like at first, you know, they were having a little bit trouble figuring it out, but once they got it figured out, they're able to pass, reverse the ball.
They had that early turnover, you know, where it wasn't even a bad pass. It just kind of looked like, I'm pretty sure it was Baker. She goes to make the pass, saw somebody about to jump the lane, and kind of stopped and dragged her foot. So, you know, they had that turnover. They had maybe a couple of steals, but for the most part, they have forced Adena to drop back out of their zone, or instead of staying in that 1-2-2, jump to that man running jump. And that says something. When you're a head coach and you're seeing a team that's pressing almost every single game have to lay off the press, you are getting very confident in your team's ability to pass the basketball.
Yeah. And like you said it earlier, there's a lot of great passes that Huntington made but still ended up as turnovers. That's just because this is a pretty athletic Adena's girls team here.
Or it just turned into this not being able to put the ball in the hoop, which that's going to happen sometimes. Alrighty, as we get the second half underway, and my hot dog burp gets in the way, we're going to have Tori Smith bringing the ball up the court for the Huntsmen, get it over to Henshaw. Henshaw to McCloskey, and McCloskey puts it in for 2.
Off to a quick start here as we got 23-17 Adena. I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, the clock's wrong. You're 2 seconds off. I know. That's my bad. I was standing up, not really paying attention.
Us not paying attention? I doubt that.
I was paying attention to the game, not the score clock. It's kind of hard to do.
Williams for 3, and that is in and out. I might give her the announcer curse because I was right about to say her 4th of the night.
A big rebound by Baker there as well, getting it out to number 24, Henshaw.
Henshaw with a shot missed. Rebound there.
Something I'm liking is they're taking a lot of mid-range shots. A lot of them aren't falling, but you know you'll have off nights. But I do love seeing the mid-range get a little love.
And it's not that they're missing like bad. It's a lot of rattling in and out.
Yeah, like we saw with that Williams 3 there.
Yeah.
Just kind of rimmed in and out.
All right, Williams gets it into Garrison. Garrison's still trying to get in the groove here tonight. Again, she is the newest member of the 1,000-Point Club.
You see a nice offensive set here from Adena.
Coach Urick over there for Huntington being nice. And a good steal there by Henshaw. Take it to the length of the court. Makes a good move by Williams and puts it in for 2.
As Huntington is just clawing their way back into it, we got a 4-point game on our hands.
Very reminiscent of Zane Trace the other night against Unioda.
Just hanging around with a team that everybody thought was a little bit better than them, and they were able to close the deal.
They said, hey, y'all, shut up. We're ready to win this game. A gamble there by Henshaw, but able to recover. Garrison to Sowers, and Sowers puts it in for 2.
And that's what we're talking about, where Emma's, maybe she's not looking to score a whole lot, but she's looking to facilitate, get open looks, draw the defense into her, pass it out to the open teammate. As we see a nice cut and pass there.
Sowers has been at the line a lot tonight. And hits the first. And misses the second. So only a 5-point lead, but nice rebound there by Garrison. Getting it out to Halcomb. Oh, Garrison trapped in a corner here. Splits the double team, but there's literally 3 defenders around her at all times. That's Ader shooting for the 3, misses. Rebound there by Henshaw after the diving effort by Baker. Henshaw out to McCloskey, sets the screen and roll. McCloskey back over to Baker. And we're going to have a double dribble call. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, I thought they were going to call a reach there.
Definitely,
that was
yeah.
Not a reach
yeah, I don't know where
all.
the double dribble came. Really, I just don't know. I feel like sometimes refs blow their whistle like, well, shit, I got to call something now.
100%. That is factual.
All right, Halcomb taking a drive here. Again, we want to say these officials have been doing great tonight. Oh, my God, what a pass by Halcomb. But yes, we do want to say that's probably the first missed call by the refs tonight that we can really say. It's been a very good officiated game.
And as a ref, you're not going to make them all, just like you're not going to make all your shots as a player either,
And I'm not going to make all your drinks as a bartender when I know that you're a little drinky poo. All righty, here comes Henshaw. And that's going to be out of bounds. Oh, Coach Urick is not liking that call at all whatsoever.
Neither are these Huntington fans.
Man, I think he just tried to turn Super Saiyan.
10, Jason Smith, 15, Corinne Day.
He is beside himself right now. Don't really know,
We'll see Smith and Day here check in.
As Williams brings the ball to the court. Coach Urick definitely thinks that should be a Huntington ball. Coach Urick, I'm here to tell you, the refs did not think that. All righty, Williams. Get it over to Ader to Garrison, and Garrison is going to get a travel call, and that may or may not have been a make-up call.
I know there's not a lot of fans happy about that one on the Adena side. Huntington didn't really seem to care too much.
All right, ball into Smith. Smith just said, screw this, I'm taking it to the rack.
Rebound by Moore there.
Something you'll hear us say a lot tonight, as we already have.
And then the second rebound by Day kicks out to Williams, who's bringing the ball up the court.
They're giving her a lot of room, man. I would not give her that much room. Oh, nice pass in by Ader, and nice finish there by number
Day.
15, Day. And it looks like we're about to have a jump ball here. That's going to be in Huntington's possession. Again, only a 7-point game here, so Huntington still within reach to pull off this upset.
I'm wanting to say that the Zane Trace Uniota game hung around right around 8 points.
Yeah.
Most of the second half there.
Yeah. Until somebody made a couple and one plays. Oh, that was a beautiful pass there by Torrey Smith. Just her and Henshaw not really on the same page there.
If you want to see who made those and one plays in that Huntington.
Yeah, go back to Ride the Wave.
Yeah,
Show.
the Zane Trace
Watch
Uniota
that
game.
game back. Heard they have great commentary. Also heard it was hot as hell. Garrison with a spin move.
Rebound by Williams there.
Williams out to Smith. Smith back to Williams. Oh, she's popping that.
That's
and
good.
She missed. Definitely thought that was going in.
It looked good.
Look good, feel good.
Shoot good.
Didn't finish good. All right. So that's Baker. Baker getting it down to Moore. Moore, oh, just misses. And there's one Huntington fan that is not happy at all right now. He is beside himself, trying to walk it off. He is how you say in the English language, pissed. Moore misses the first. All right, 7-point lead here. Let's see if Moore can cut it down to 6 with her second free throw. And it is good.
As we have a 28-22 game here, less than 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Oh, Garrison gets it out. You know, one thing I've really noticed about Garrison's game is she does not force bad shots.
Anything. She doesn't force bad anything. No bad passes.
She really is just taking
Nice
Moore!
block by Moore.
And then the recovery, getting it out there to Henshaw. Henshaw bringing the ball up
Moore
the court.
says, what more do you want me to do?
Sounds like Coach Eric is calling a play for Moore.
I believe it was 4.
Oh, never mind. Moore 4.
Nice hustle.
Save. And then
Moore
who
comes
else?
up with
then
it.
Moore right there off the save by McCloskey. And Baker misses the 3.
Ooh, and it looks
It's
like
gonna
maybe
be
you should
out of
just,
bounds. It looks like Baker just got her hand on it right there
honestly,
at the last second.
You look like Baker could have possibly laid off that. As I'm wanting to say, McCloskey was the one that was playing tough defense there. Got a tip off her onto an Adena player going out of bounds.
Now, I wonder if we'll see a Huntington press at all here tonight. You know, you kind of get scared. I don't want to say scared. You kind of get a little iffy when you're playing a team as good as Adena of just, hey, let's just sit in the half court and play some really hard sound defense. But eventually I feel like you got to press to make something happen.
3 from Garrison, no
And that's
good.
going to be a miss. That's going to be an over-the-back foul on number 15, Day. Could have kind of gone either way. You know, looked like she kind of went straight up and then.
I think the key factor was the box out. There was a box out on that
That's
play.
what I was about.
Beautiful pass.
Is that Emma Garrison or Jason Williams? Because, damn, that was an amazing pass. Sowers puts it in for 2. Leading scorer of the quarter with 5.
As we have a 30-24 ball game here with less than a minute to go.
And these teams are just going back and forth. This is what you want to see out of the 2 of the top teams in the SVC.
Baker for 3.
Just off the mark for 3. Rebound there by, it looks like Halcomb. Halcomb bringing the ball up the court. She's got Sowers and Smith in front of her. Garrison calling for the ball. Passes over to Smith. Smith finds Halcomb.
Beautiful
Halcomb
play.
up for 2.
Amazing spacing. Amazing passing, great team play.
And a timeout by Coach Urick as Adena has 2 really good offensive possessions in a row to open this lead up to an 8-point lead.
Again, we've seen an 8-point lead disappear in no time. So I believe Adena is going to look to force a couple of turnovers and continue to build on this lead coming out of this timeout.
The thing that I've noticed, man, is if Huntington can start knocking down their threes, it would be a problem here. Now, is Adena playing the way they're playing because they don't believe Huntington's going to knock down those threes? So far from the end of tonight, That is what it's looking like.
Now, my question for you, Clay, is as a former coach, would you have taken a timeout with about 30 seconds left in the quarter here, or would you have let it run?
No, I would have let it go because those timeouts are pretty valuable, man. And I don't know what you're going to change in the 30-second momentum. With 30 seconds left, honestly, what I'm trying to do is take it down, maybe get the last shot. But with this Adena team, it's hard to do that because when you get down there, they're really going to be pressuring you. So maybe try to hurry up and get a good shot.
My thing is, do you think maybe they couldn't have actually had a game plan there to figure it out?
Now, in that timeout, that's what I got to be going over here. I got to be going over, hey, they're going to come out, they're going to press us. We need to get the ball across half court. If we can beat the press for a layup, got to take it. If not, we got to pull the ball out and take the last shot of the quarter here. Can't let them extend their lead or get any more momentum. As Smith, nice backdoor cut and pass. And that's going to be a foul on Halka, but man, what a play there by Smith and Henshaw.
24 in the Henshaw block, shooting 2 free throws for the Lady Huntsmen.
Henshaw puts the first one in the hoop. And misses the second. Rebound by Garrison.
Now, I will say our clock is about a second slower than the actual game clock here.
Henshaw making a move to the basket, getting out to Garrison. Garrison's going to drive. Nice spin move. A lot of. Oh, and Sowers hits it at the buzzer! What a quarter for Sowers as she finishes with 9. Sorry, 7. Sorry, thought I saw an extra 2 there, but it wasn't. But she finishes with 7, being the leading scorer of the quarter there for the Huntsmen. Adam, what a good way to end that quarter by Adena.
No, absolutely. That's exactly what you want. You kind of go there on a little run, take a 9-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Honestly, I think this Adena team, they're going to come out a little hot in this fourth quarter. They're going to start scoring on offense a little bit more than they have been in the rest of the game. I think they're just a little bit better conditioned than this Huntington team. I think it's going to show here in this fourth quarter.
I think one thing that is just really hurting the Huntsmen right now is an outside deep ball threat. They just, at least for tonight, don't seem to have one.
And if that's it, usually if you have to rely on a 3-point, you're not going to win every single game. It's something that kind of goes night in, night out.
Yeah.
Not saying that they do rely on it every single game, but sometimes you need it. And if you don't have that deep threat, it's going to be a problem.
Now Henshaw and Baker, they've both hit a 3, but that was really early in that first quarter. So still looking to see if maybe one can step up and start hitting some 3s here. And off of the Huntington Huntsmen's shots, they all have looked good. They're just not going in. As Williams is going to bring the ball. Now, her 3s, they have definitely been going in tonight.
I believe she's, 3 for 4 tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I believe she is 3 for 5. She started off 3 for 3 and has missed 2 since, but.
All right, as Williams gets it into Smith. Smith to Sowers. And Halcomb, just misses the 3, rebounded by.
And those are the shots that we've been talking about, in and out, just good-looking shot, just not wanting to give you the shooter's bounce there.
Moore with another rebound.
And how many more rebounds can she get?
Love it.
And
We are all about dad jokes and puns here at the Ride the Wave show, with only one of us being a dad. Tony.
Andy's a dad.
Oh, yeah, Andy is a dad. That's new, though. I completely forgot. Shout out to Andy for being a dad. All right, as Williams is going to bring the ball up the court with the Huntsman hold on to a 9-point deficit.
Every time you say Huntsman, I think you are saying husband. Ooh, nice tip there.
I think Henshaw took a little aggression out on.
It's a volleyball smack almost.
All right, inbound to Sowers. Sowers to Smith. Smith to Halcomb to Williams.
Back to Halcomb for 3.
And miss.
As we had a few Huntington fans giving their
Definitely gave their opinions, and they did not match the ones of the referee. When do they, though? Any fan. Smith for 2! J.C. Smith with her first points of the night. And Coach Urick is going to take a very frustrated timeout here. Now, would you say huntsmen or hunts ladies? I feel you say lady huntsman.
You would say lady huntsman. I'm pretty sure that is the correct term, right, Derek? Yeah, Derek is giving me the Clay, you're wrong. It's lady huntsman. Like it's the lady Ironman over there at Jackson. It's the lady Vikings. Which that one actually does track for sure.
Yeah, but they're all called. I don't know, the huntsman
huntsman is it's like a thing. Like you're an outdoorsman, a lady outdoorsman.
That makes more sense.
It's more of like a, it's its own word. So like it would be lady huntsman.
All right, well, welcome back in after that quick fun facts for you guys.
English isn't our best language.
If you are just now tuning into the Ride the Wave show and you're wondering if it gets any better, we're here to tell you it does not with the commentation like that because I just made up a word.
Commentation. Yeah, I was going to call you on it.
Commentary and conversation put into one. Commentation.
Commentation. That's a good way to describe what we do over here, Clay.
Yeah.
As we see a steal there by
Sowers.
Sowers. I was going to say Smith, but it is Sowers.
That's great commentation there, Adam.
As we have 6-1-9, very mysterious finisher on the time left. We got 36-25, 11-point ball game here. Henshaw with the shot.
Oh, just missed. Nice
rebound by Day.
There
I believe that's Day, or is that number 13?
No, that is going to be number 13, Corcoran. That 1 and 3 and 1 and 5. Kind of get confusing there. Sowers.
Up and in. She has been all over the second half.
She has. And, she might be small, but she plays very big for her size.
One would say she might be the spark of the game here that's gotten these Adena Warriors off to such a big lead.
And a big Smith by Smith, who gets it to Sowers, who gets it out to Williams, who takes a very
hard foul.
Now, it didn't look like there's anything dirty there, just more of like the landing.
Yeah, I say you had a defender coming in full speed trying to make a play on the ball. With her trying to pull up for a layup there, it's just, you're going to have a little bit of a collision. Glad to see nothing serious happened.
Good conversation.
Good conversation. Commentation. Good commentation. As the first one hits here.
Now, we're talking about defense and crazy defenses like that. One of the craziest defenses I have ever seen is by the one and only Jeff Everhart, as he was he was assistant head coach for Dave Shoemaker, but he was kind of head of the defense. And we're playing, you've heard me talk about this before, Vinton County, and we really had no business being in that game, and we're down there, and we are in that game with Michael McCoy, thank God, and everybody's serving a box and 1 or a triangle and 2, and Jeff Overhart said, why don't we just face guard 3 people and leave 2 in the paint? And by golly, did it work? It was like backyard basketball. As McCloskey gets the ball here coming off the screen. Back over to Baker. Now Huntington needs to start moving a little bit quicker here if they want to try to make this comeback. Hinshaw over to McCloskey. And, man, this defense by Adena is just absolutely smothering.
And Huntington was doing a really good job up until this fourth quarter of not letting it happen as we see a little bit of an arid.
I think it kind of goes back to what you said here, Adam. I mean, if you look over on that Adena bench, they go 3, maybe 4 deep. And if you look over that Huntington bench, you know, maybe one or two deep. So it kind of comes with not just the conditioning, but just the depth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can only take, you know, somebody being in your face every single play, you know, after about 3 quarters.
Ooh, number 25, Ader goes up for the block there, but going to come down with a foul. I mean, yeah, if you're going 4 straight quarters of somebody being nose-to-nose with you, you can only take that kind of punishment for so long until you're going to start making a few mistakes.
Especially if they're going to be a little bit more well-rested, if they have a better rotation or a bigger rotation to where they got a couple more people to get in your face where, you know, maybe you don't get as many breaks as they do.
Yeah.
We see the first one here miss.
Kind of like, you know, we were talking about it, they came up with a win, but Langley had to have been getting tired with the Perkins was just rotating.
I mean, if they didn't get that boy oxygen at the end of the night, I'd be surprised. He was putting in work down there.
All righty, as Smith makes her second.
If you're listening to this, Carter Langley, you are my hero.
All righty, so Huntington's going to try and do the best 1-2-2 impersonation of a press. Adena gets it beat. Sowers with the ball, gets it to Garrison. Garrison out to Williams. Oh, my God.
And Huntington is just lucky there, and that's kind of what I was talking about with them switching to a press. It looked like that Adena broke it a little too easy and was able to just work the ball around.
Yeah, that is a good call. Now,
and Baker, we have our first charge of the night.
Yeah, Baker goes in hard. It would have been a block, but at the last second, Baker lowered that shoulder and just put it right in the chest of the defender.
If my
That's going to be a charge every time.
If my eyes aren't deceiving me, that was number 11, Sowers. Again, all over this.
Here we go.
I just realized Baker's going to have to be careful here not to pick up her 4th foul, or 5th foul.
And that's going to be a travel on number 25, Ader.
I know what you guys are saying. Oh, why is the clock still running? It's because I messed up. I'm trying to get it at the right time here so that way you guys are good. I know you saw in the 3rd quarter that I accidentally had it set for 4th quarter. I wasn't going to change it
I did that
either.
last week too, man.
It's because after halftime it just automatically changes, and I pressed the plus button and it didn't work.
All right, I don't know what happened there.
And it looked like maybe a little bit of an elbow that just didn't get
called,
seen by the ref. So I'm not going to say it didn't get called, but it's just one of those ones that if you do it inadvertently, you do it a little hidden.
I'm not going to lie. That ref was looking right at the two of them that entire time. I don't know how he didn't call it, but he still blew the whistle to stop the play.
His glasses fogged up. Don't even tell me he's not wearing glasses, Clay. I know.
All right, as Smith gets the ball in over to McCloskey. Nice screen there, but a better hedge by Smith. Garrison takes the right. Oh,
beautiful behind the back.
God. Smith taking it hard to the rack, puts it up. No good, but is going to get a foul. My God, what a behind-the-back move there
it was
by
beautiful.
Garrison.
It was a little bit of – it was reminiscent of a guy. The best behind-the-back I had seen until this point was a guy I went to school with. His name was Levi Boring. I mean, he didn't have a whole lot. He was a point guard. He didn't have a whole lot of moves that would break it, but he had his specialty, which was a behind-the-back.
Yeah. Dude, those behind-the-backs, like when
it
someone
looked
pulls
almost
off,
exactly like what she just did
when
there.
someone pulls off a nice behind-the-back in traffic, it's a beautiful thing to watch. As Smith makes the second.
Now, something we have not seen tonight is 2 consecutive missed free throws.
Yeah.
We've seen it a lot for the boys, yes. That is correct.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. Billy Madison reference.
That is correct.
1776.
O'Doyle rules.
Doyle rules. Doyle rules. Doyle rules. Back to school. Back. All righty. back to a game. Baker takes it in. It's going to be a steal there by Corcoran. With Williams, nice to see her back in the game, toughing it out. Garrison up in the corner.
As we see Henshaw getting a little bit of pressure there on Williams.
Good screen there by Corcoran. She's just a screening machine.
Now, what's crazy is it looked like Smith just threw that ball up, but she was, I mean, somebody was right there on her side.
That's charged, yep. Now, not going to lie, I kind of feel Williams on that because she's kind of been getting beat around here all night. That kind of just like more of a, screw this.
I'm going through somebody right now.
I'm getting some payback here, We feel you, girl.
It's like, oh, you gave me an elbow earlier. I'm going to give you a shoulder.
As all of my coaches can attest, been there.
You got 5 of them. Might as well use them.
Oh, nice recovery by Smith, but Moore gets a shot up, and Smith with the rebound. She's had a great game tonight, too. Again, not a whole lot of points, but a lot of hustle plays here.
Who, Smith?
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. I've seen she's small in stature. She's a little shorter on the short side, but she's still getting down there and getting some rebounds.
As Garrison gets it back out. Oh, what a back cut by
nice.
What a diving
by Henshaw.
play by Henshaw. I was about to say, what an amazing back cut by Williams, but even better effort by Henshaw there.
If you get beat, you better lay out to make sure you're trying to do everything you can to make sure that pass does not get there.
It's going to be a timeout. Adena, 30-second timeout in the fourth quarter as they lead this game 40-26. Now, Adam, I got to ask you. Well, that's actually an easy question. I was going to say, who do you think have the best handles of all time? But I feel like me and you have the same answer. White chocolate. Or
Best
not handles, but like flashy passes.
Yeah, flashy passes. It's going to be Jason Williams all the time. If
Steve
you're Curtis
Nash,
Williams
though,
and you're listening to this, white chocolate is not overrated. I do like Steve Nash, but
he had some nice passes, some nice no looks. I just don't think it was I feel like Jason Williams was better, but where Steve Nash was an MVP, he just got shown more.
Now I will say this: Steve Nash's MVP should have been Kobe's MVP. So I looked at the stats.
Oh, yeah,
Kobe's is better. So I don't really recognize Steve Nash's MVP there. But Steve is an amazing passer in his own. But when it comes to street ball handles,
you know what sucked? Somehow Steve Nash got pinned a racist because he won the MVP. Like he had anything to do with it.
Yeah, he didn't have anything to do with it. I mean, I don't agree with it, but he.
Steve, if you're listening, which we know you aren't, we love you. All right, as we get it in, Smith gets it over to Holcomb. Holcomb for 3. Oh, and just misses again.
It's
going to be a jump ball, it looks like. Going in Huntington's way. Man, Holcomb has had a lot of shots that have just gone in and out of the rim tonight.
Looks like Adena's falling out of their press here, just to kind of run a half-court man.
Yes, we approached the 2-minute mark here in the game.
Oh, it looks like there's a little bit of a carry there that just didn't get called.
Man, this defense is smothering. I mean, they are just not letting up. And then there it is. That's like a double steal. And Williams. Probably, again.
We'll attribute that to just, weak legs at this point in the game.
They probably want to do a jump stop there again and go up strong with it.
Just playing such killer defense is gonna hurt you.
Heck, it might be smart for her to go behind the three-point line. Oh, she can do it. Okay, she makes 2s. After all those 3s, I thought maybe the only thing she could hit was 3s.
Oh, a steal just all over the court, one side to the other by Williams here. Looks like we have an official timeout here.
Yeah, just trying to get the sub in. Oh, and that's something you just don't want to see. Emma Garrison.
You got to hope that it's just the roll, like an ankle roll.
As the Huntington trainer comes over and checks out on her. Oh, and
Great hustle by Williams to save that from being a steal. Nice cross-court pass today. Back to Holcomb.
now it looks like
Back out today.
Adena might just be playing keep away here to close out the game as we're under a minute to go with a big lead like this. And, you know, this is
Getting timed
this is
about
why
3
Andrew
seconds
Day
off. My fault.
and his program and again, getting the layup there, missing that's okay, though.
Yeah. If you're that wide open, you're going to have to shoot it. Otherwise,
If
Coach
you work the ball around, you get a wide open layup, yes, take it. They're not coming down just chucking up threes. And that's why the Adena Warriors and Andrew Day's program is so respectable, is because they play the game with respect, you know. There's a lot of high school teams that just want to run up the score. They come down right now, put their JVs in, let them shoot a bunch of threes and try and win with no class. It's nice to see Andrew Day come out here and try and win with some class with a 42-26 lead. Run your offense. Get it down. Get it, you know, smooth like butter, as they would say.
So we see a steal here from Smith. Now, this score has kind of gotten a little bit one-sided with it being 42-26, but it was a close game here all the way up through 3 quarters.
Yes, going into this fourth quarter, it was anybody's ball game, but Adena showing why they're undefeated.
I had to make up for my missed call there at the Zane Trace game. So I had to go into the fourth quarter. I had to call it like I was seeing it, and I was seeing it that Adena was going to come out and pull away with it in the fourth.
As Adena ends the game on an 8-1 run to extend their winning streak to 6 on the season, now being 6-0. Huntington gets cooled off a little bit, but like we were saying, man, one close game heading into that fourth quarter.
This Huntington team is going to be, you know, I expect them to finish more towards the top 3, top 4. You know, I think they're going to be probably hang around in the middle of the conference here for a little while, and then more towards the end of the season as players like Moore start to develop a little bit more. I think that. I think that this Huntington team is going to be a problem for a lot of these other girls teams.
Yes, I definitely think this Huntington team, when it gets around the tournament play, I think we can see a sectional title in very, very much in the reach here for Huntington. Now, Adena, they just keep the ball rolling, and they are, again, it is only 10 days away from the epic matchup of Adena versus Uniota. Now, we're still kind of monitoring the situation of Garrison. She's been over behind the bench ever since she came out of the game there towards the end of the fourth quarter, and you hate to see a star player like that go out in a game like this.
Now, you see both shoes off, which, I mean, in my day, it was always don't take your shoes off. You don't want the swelling to happen.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you know, it's not going to be so bad to where there's going to be swelling or anything like that that's going to hobble it for a little while. Hopefully, they're just being extra cautious with this.
Now, again, Garrison goes down. You're losing your best player, but I want to say player of the night tonight, easily, Cameron Sowers.
Easily Cameron
My
Sowers.
God, did she really step up in a big way for these
Player
Warriors.
of the night and spark of the night. Like I said, she was the one that really kind of ignited this Adena team in the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter to kind of propel them on this run.
She had 7 points in the third quarter.
Yeah. And then came out, got the opening
rest of the team
bucket.
had 4.
Yeah, she came out, got the opening bucket in the fourth quarter as well. I mean, I know you had Williams, who's big from outside, so that's something you like to see. You know, you can kind of share the wealth around, and it doesn't have to all come from one person every single night.
Yeah, and again, you know, we were talking, can these role players really step up when it comes to games like against Uniota to help propel them against the win? Well, it looked like Huntington's game plan tonight was simple. We're going to stop Emma, and we're going to make these other girls step up and be the ones that beat us. And they did tonight. They did that.
I will say against a team like against a team like Uniota, you're going to want to get those role players to, you know, maybe start hitting a little bit sooner. It looked like it took them until about the second half to start really getting into their flow as a team, you know, with Emma kind of going cold. So that's something you're going to want to hopefully get right by the time you're playing a Uniota. Hopefully you guys can just start getting everything
and,
going.
You know, we're looking over here at Emma as she's still on the court. Again, our thoughts and prayers are just really kind of going out to her right now. But if the worst of the worst happens here, you're going to have your role players have to step up here in the next game or two. And that could really help you going into a Uniota game where the role players are like, we got the confidence. Now Emma's back. Let's go out here and win this.
I mean, they have until the 22nd here before they had
Yeah.
to play that, that team across the county.
Yeah.
Over there wearing the purple and gold. So they got a little bit of time. Hopefully, if it's anything, a little serious, hopefully they're going to have a little bit of time here so that way she can get healthy and get back out there and actually help her team compete.
And one thing I do want to say one more time before we get out of here is how great the people here at Huntington are. We started the game with no Wi-Fi, no internet. They made sure to get up here, make sure we got on track for everybody to watch. But as we're watching this unfold here with Emma, I'm almost seeing more Huntington over there.
I'm seeing a lot of Huntington Huntsman green down there.
than Adena. That's not a shot against Adena at all whatsoever. It's just, these Huntington Huntsmen are really concerned for Emma herself as she's finally getting up here.
To her feet here. Looks like she's going to be. Looks like she's standing up with no help really right now, so that's good. That's a good sign
that's
there.
That's good that she can stand on her own. I'm trying to see too. Is it ankle or is it knee?
With the shoes coming off, to me that leads to ankle. I saw the hobble look like an ankle hobble. I'm somebody who's had a pulled Achilles, slightly tore Achilles. Just not fun at all when it comes to ankle stuff.
And guys, do not forget we are doctors.
Oh, not at all.
Couch doctors.
Couch doctors. Yeah.
We Google it and we. One time I had a cold and Google told me I was about to die. So that's how much of a doctor I am. Yeah. But as we get back to Adena, closing it out with a 42-26 lead. Again, 6-0 on the season, getting off to a really hot start. Adam, what are your final takeaways from this game?
Adena, they're going to be a team that's going to be a problem here in the SVC girls. But also, do not sleep on the Lady Huntsmen.
No, not at all. I think we'll go with that as well. I think, one thing that really hurt the Huntsmen tonight more than anything is just they kind of missed open shots, and you'll have that some nights.
I would look to say Huntington might be one of the more, if not the most improved team throughout the season. Definitely one of the two. Definitely going to be in the conversation for most improved throughout the season.
With Adena, I think one thing that again we saw tonight was those role players really stepping up, really taking over and taking command. So again, as we just don't know the certainty of Emma, hoping that she's A-okay as the season goes on. Again, don't have any any information or update on that. We will try to let you guys know on Twitter as we stay here and get some more information. But make sure, again, you go back and we have officially dropped episode 20 of the Ride the Wave show on YouTube with Landon Gerald coming on to talk about his big win with the Zane Trace Pioneers last week, and with Brent Bowers being a guest in studio. So make sure you go watch that.
Legendary.
Yes,
legendary
also,
guest. One of a
please,
kind guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you are stopping at Paint Valley, Westfall, or Tumbleweed before this Friday to drop off any donations for the tornado victims in Tennessee.
And again, doesn't have to be money.
No.
Non-perishables, diapers, baby wipes,
Hammers
napkins,
and nails, rope.
nails, flashlights, rope,
Cleaning supplies, just anything to help these people in need. Coats, hats, gloves.
Yeah, if it's clothes you're giving away to Goodwill, don't stop in at Tumbleweed, Paint Valley, Westfall. Hopefully, we'll have some more hubs opening up. If you want to be a hub, let us know.
Yes.
If you want to help at all, let us know, because we are doing everything we can to help the people in Montgomery County.
If you can't stop out to those places, just reach out to us. We will definitely make sure that we come and make sure that we can get your donation, because this is something that's really, really important to us. Again, right before the holiday season, these families have lost everything that they have, and we just want to do our part to help make their Christmas and lives just a little bit better this holiday season. It's
the SVC community flowing through us. We want to help as much as we can. So that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do.
Again, make sure you follow us on Instagram at Ride the Wave Show, on Twitter at Ride the Wave Show 2023. Make sure you're checking out our website, r2wavesports.com.
r2wavesports.com.
And that is us signing off, ladies and gentlemen. We can't wait to see you again. Peace out, Girl Scouts.